Welcome to my studio for the Craftsuprint Craft Show. Lots of fun things going on today. Of course, we'll have our news, our community news from Crafty Bob. And we also have a fantastic main project today. It's this beautiful card from Sheila Rodgers. Oh, can you see how beautiful? Now I've added glitter. You know, I just always have to spruce something up, but I'm hoping that you can see that really well there. It's just, oh, it's just a beautiful card. A little bit about Sheila. Sheila lives on the Isle of Mull in the Inner Hebrides. Now, Sheila's been doing digital design since 2009, and she now has over 6,000 designs on Craftsuprint, so be sure and check her out. She just has this plethora of beautiful designs. Sheila's worn a lot of different professional hats over the years, from being a nurse and a teacher to even working in a couple of castles. So now here on Craftsuprint, all of us cupcakes are glad you finally put your talents to a worthy cause by satisfying our ever-growing desire for wonderful designs. Sheila really enjoys doing new concepts, and that's exactly what we'll see today. Hi, welcome to Community News. Sitting in for Crafty Bob, this is Jolis DeAngelis. Did you know that Craftsuprint gives away over 250 pounds every single day in the tombola game? Do you know how to play the tombola game? Every time you make a purchase on Craftsuprint, you spin the tombola and you can win anything from a free download, 1 pound, 3 pound, 5 pound, 10 pound, 20 pound gift vouchers are given away every single day, every single purchase. Make sure you use your tombola spin. Recently, Dawn from Swaddling Coat won 3 pounds. Lynn from Harrogate won 5 pounds. Davina from St. Austell recently won 10 pounds. So congratulations, all you folks. You know, all of us crafters are a little bit dizzy sometimes. At least if you're spinning the tombola, you have a reason for it. All right. Recently, crafter Sue Needham and her hubby went on holiday on the Isle of Skye, which happens to be where cup designer Sheila Rodgers lives. They, along with their fur baby, all enjoyed a cuppa together. So be sure and check it out. There just might be another cupcake near you. Speaking of holidays, or if you're in the United States, we call them vacations, you know, whatever. Speaking of vacations, we all hope that Frances Dent had a wonderful bit of R&R with her hubby, daughter, and granddaughter. Now, you've got us all on tenterhooks though, Frances. Did you get to stay the whole week? Did rain force you out? Come on, let us know. We're all waiting. You can't leave us with a cliffhanger. Christine Crowther, or other, has recently uploaded many designs for our amusement and purchase. My hubby and I are avid punsters, so we really appreciate her recent wordplay cards. Oh, they just tickled our funny bone. My favorite is this one. What's gray, carries a bunch of flowers, and cheers you up when you're ill? A get-well-ophant! How cute is that? Go to Christine's homepage and type in wordplay under the search there on her page. You'll join in all the fun of all those fun word plays. Oh, wait. Ah, we got some breaking news. Breaking news here. Amy Cummings is now broke. Get it? That's my breaking news. Amy spent a virtual 202 pounds in the casino on our forum. She is the losingest person in the history of the casino. Amy, you really ought to stay away from that den of iniquity. Now, as for Craft Angie Craft, she's won loads of virtual money. 2,397 pounds to be exact. Woohoo! Craft Angie Craft! So join in all the fun in the casino. Each time you make a post or you reply to a post, you build up some virtual money. So just you know what I found out? I found out that I'm one of the richest people in the casino. You know why? Because I never go. That's the best way to save your money. Anyway, if you go into the casino page, there's even an option where you can transfer your cash to another person. Although why you'd want to do that is totally beyond my ken. But, you know, maybe somebody out there would want it. No, and no, don't ask me for my money. I'm not going to transfer it to you. Now, if you really want a hint when you go to the casino, Texas Hold'em, they have 100% win rate. I don't know how that's possible, but everybody that plays Texas Hold'em wins, so go to it and have fun and make some of that virtual money and spend, spend, spend. We have an adorable card made by Christina Norbat. Isn't this little fella just adorable? This is a design by Chris Harland. And check out those penguins. They're so cute, and that little polar bear in the background. And look at those little tiny cotton balls that Christina added to make it look like they're having a snowball fight. How adorable is that card? So thank you so much, Christina, for displaying your talents, and for Chris for designing such a beauty. When was the last time you went to the designer section on Craftsuprint? There's so much on there, but you know, don't think that just because you're only a card crafter that you can't use the designer section. Look at this beautiful Cascade Deluxe template by Carol Dunn. It's absolutely wonderful, but let's check out what a card crafter has done. This is Diane Jackson. Wow, isn't that just beautiful? She used that template from Carol and just made it her own. Thanks, Diane. That is so lovely. And here's another designer's resource by Mishara Armenia. Now these are just adorable. She has lots of posers, which like 3D type of elements are called. And these lovely gals, what could you do with them? Well, let's see what Karen Nash has done. Look at this. Isn't this beautiful? She's added all kinds of elements and beautiful backgrounds here. Oh, she's just made a gorgeous card. And finally, this gorgeous designer's resource by Carol Clark. Aren't those flowers just fun? Think of all the fun you could have on your cards with those. Check out what Sheila Lewis has done with her card here. It almost looks like a balloon bouquet of flowers. Isn't that great? I just love both of these. So thank you, Carol and Sheila, for providing these lovely. So be sure and check out the designer resources, even if you're not a designer, because you'll find loads of fun and inspiring things, elements and posers and templates and oh whatnot. So make sure you check it out. Sheila's directions for this card are so precise and so perfect. It's very, very easy to follow. As long as you read this carefully and do exactly as she said, you'll be a success in your card. Sheila has both the card front and the main card body clearly labeled. This is the main card body, and it's very easy to see that this is the main card body because when you look at her main sheet, see how these little designs back here are behind the trellis? So that means it's the inside of your card. So be sure you score it so that you can do it this way, so that you can fold your card this way. This is the inside, but make sure and cut out this aperture first. If you cut it out carefully, you can use it, as Carol says, as a portion of another card. You know, a template or a plaque or whatever you wanted to use it for. Okay, and then this is the actual card front. Now, Carol has an absolutely stupendous idea here. I love the way she did this. This may look like wasted paper of your photo paper or your cardstock, whichever you prefer to print it on, but it's really not. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to cut along this. I'm going to cut my card front. Oh, let's see. What did I do with my craft knife? Here it is. I'm going to cut the card front, and then what you do with the remainder of it. Now, this is my card front. So I have my main card body. I'm going to close this, and this is going to be the card front. So what I need to do is I need to cut out the aperture of this as well, which I will do. But like Sheila says, this is the remaining of your card front, the back. Now see, now I printed this portion on photo paper. I'm kind of cut mine at approximately 5mm increments just because that's easier for me to remember or to measure also. Sheila recommends 4mm, but I don't really think it matters. It's nice to do it with a trimmer. If you are doing it by hand, just really try to make the strips as straight and as evenly spaced as possible. It will just work out better that way for your complete lattice when you finish your lattice. Now, as you can see, I have both my apertures cut out. Now, I have already scored my card. Sheila doesn't recommend doing this. I wasn't reading her directions, so it's my fault. So as you can see, this will lay right on top of that. But first we have to put our strips in. Now remember, this is your main card body. This is the inside, so just flip it so you don't see any printing. And this is where your lattice strips are going to go. Now I use my lattice strips because I printed my card front on photo paper. Try to make sure that the shiny part of your thing is always on top or on the bottom, whichever way you prefer to do it, so that you have real uniformity. And as Sheila says, just put your tape around your aperture. It doesn't have to be straight, as you can see mine. Hopefully you can see mine in the camera there, that I do not have it, you know, curved or anything. You don't need to do that. So, you know, just that makes it easier if you have the kind that you peel off the back. So I'm going to put mine with my photo paper up. So I'm just going to start with my first strip here. And then just put your strips on, you know, try to evenly space them. Just keep putting them across like that. It's really not hard at all. See how some of my strips are a little bit thinner than the others? That really doesn't matter in the end, because you won't be able to see that real clearly. And as you can see, it's not exactly perfect. It's not a perfect science. Just go ahead and put them on the best you can, you know, the best that you can see, and just kind of put them onto your double-sided tape. It's real easy. Now, when you have all of these laid on this way, the next thing you're going to do when you put them on this way is you're going to weave them in and out. So you're going to put this one, you know, over, under, over. Whoopsie, got one of my strips here that didn't stay taped down there. Over and then under and then over again. It's really quite easy to do. And then kind of set your angle at what angle you want your lattice strips to be. Now I like mine a little not real square. I like mine kind of angled, so I'll put this one like this. But do that after you have all your other strips laid. It's a lot easier that way. Okay, let's come back and show you what happens when that's done. Notice now the lattice work is complete. Now you can put these as close or as far apart as you want. You might wonder why you have to weave them back and forth when you could just lay them across. And the reason is your lattice work will not be as stable if you don't weave them. See how you can see on the other side, they just look beautiful. But if you don't weave them, they won't be stable. Now notice I still have my ends. All you have to do is run alongside your card with your scissors and trim these off so that they're, you know, inside the edge of your card. That's really not that hard. Okay, now my lattice work is done. The ends are clipped. Now all I have to do is put my topper on. Now I have the roller tape, so that's pretty easy to just put over this and kind of stabilize your strips even more. Sheila has a really good point here. When you have the kind of double-sided tape where you have to peel off the back, be very careful. It's really important to peel off, let's see, how does she say this? She says, take off the nonstick covering. Important to do it before you lay your top on, because if you do it where you put your topper on, you know, you just have a little piece, you have your topper here, and then you kind of pull it out, you're going to displace your weaving strips, and we don't want to do that. So make sure that your double-sided tape is all exposed. And then here you go, just put it on, put your topper on, try to match your aperture on the outside to the aperture on the inside, which is really pretty easy if you've cut carefully. And there you go, there's your card front on there. And then as Sheila suggests, now you should score your card. I didn't do that, so listen to her, but I can see where it would be an advantage because now I have just a little bit hanging over here, but it's adequate. It worked really well. And see how that lattice is just sandwiched between the two? Nobody will ever see all those weaving strips that you've done. It's just absolutely beautiful. Now let's go ahead and apply our decoupage and our card will be finished. So here's our finished card. Isn't that just beautiful? Oh, Sheila's work is just so gorgeous. Now she does include a couple of seasons greetings card if you want to, you know, put them on your card somewhere. I personally don't celebrate Christmas, so I won't be using this. I'll just be sending this beautiful card as it is. Thank you, Sheila, so much. Be sure to check out all of her gorgeous lattice cards. She has so many beautiful and cute designs there. Make sure and look them all up. Thank you, Sheila, so much for such beautiful work.